Hey guys, how are you? I hope you had a great Christmas. Wherever you are in the world, and hopefully you could spend it with people that you love and you could be around them. And if you weren't able to do that, at least you could communicate with them. And fortunately, I'm going to be talking to my children this evening. Um, so that's going to be grand in Australia, so that's going to be good. So good communication. Um, I wanted to talk to you today, just very quickly, just about 10 minutes, about Jupiter moving into Pisces, and I'm really excited about it. Jupiter is going to sort of dip in later on in the year into Aries, but is going to come back into Pisces till about October of the year. But it's very, very fortuitous energy. I feel it is anyway. I've spoken to you about Jupiter before. It is about truth, it's about higher education, it's about, you know, our belief systems and so on and so forth. And in Pisces, mystical Pisces, transcendent Pisces. And again, I think that people could be moving more towards, say, spiritual disciplines as well. Um, and needing to sort of get back into some sort of a routine because it has been quite chaotic, but also to do with religion. And one thing I would like to say, I was really, really happy to hear that there were several quite high churchmen that were saying that they were not willing to close their places of worship despite this plutocratic Capricorn problem that we've got at the minute, this Pluto in Cap. And I was great. It was wonderful. All right, that the church actually stood up and said no, and I was really, really pleased to hear it, because I had heard that one cathedral in London was actually not going to admit anyone unless they had some form of clean bill of health, which I thought was very, to talk about Christ and lepers, and anyway, I'm not going to go there. There's a hypocrisy, I suppose. But with Jupiter in Pisces, I see it as a really, really good thing. I think that Pisces, as I said, it's that spiritual place, it's that transcendent energy, and however we can, be fortuitous and go forward and take up opportunities and yeah, definitely look a bit more deeply at things. I think it's going to be grand. Now that's coming in tomorrow. Now I always say to you that I never sugarcoat it, and I say to a client when I'm working with a client, I never nibble around the cheese. I'm straight for it. I am incredibly direct, and you know. We've also got this retrograde Venus going on, and then that's actually been quite difficult energy, and I think that in itself could get quite tricky. I think it came in mid 19th December, something like that, just before Christmas. Sorry, guys, I haven't got my charts up. I'm just dabbling in now. So yeah, it's been quite tricky, but I do feel that it's Jupiter energy. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. And let's not forget, we've got tremendous amount of Capricorn energy in the sky at the minute. But again, I do remind you that we've got the Pluto in Capricorn elite, yeah, the ones that make all the rules, got all the money, and instill us with all this fear and dread and division, which is also coming down with this sort of energy of Venus in Capricorn. The sad reality there is, uh, I spoke about boundaries and all the rest of it, and that's a Capricorn energy where we have to limit. And if it's limiting relationship because we don't share truths, that's absolutely fine as well. Because love to me, it's not a solid thing, So I'm still giving it out, to anybody, and hopefully they give it back to me, depending on which level you're at. But I do feel that things, yeah, they could get a bit tricky, and I know that there are several, more than several actually, clients that are struggling with it, friends and people that we know for a long time. It is very difficult, even family members. I am fortunate because my kids, my children, and we all believe the same thing. So I'm very fortunate, but I am very, very aware that there are many out there that don't, and it's caused, people have been quite bruised and battered, not literally, but emotionally throughout all of this, and they're very good at that, aren't they, Pluto and Cap? They know how to do it, instill the fear, eh? So I'm hoping with Jupiter moving into Pisces tomorrow, along with all the energy that's going to be coming in around the 1st and 2nd, because that's really interesting. I'm really excited to talk about Mercury moving into Aquarius. You know, we've got very, very intense energy with that, and that's the day of the new moon in Cap. So we've got really intense energy. You know, you've got two air signs there. You've got a fixed and a mutable. And when we bring those two energies together in the Mercury mutable and the fixed Aquarian energies, we've got a real focus there. And you usually find that if you're looking you know, science, anybody that's very scientifically based, psychologically, you're going to get that. You see that. You know, it's very common. And I believe as well that this global, this wonderful coming together with Jupiter, you know, from all over the world, the diversity of our, you know, our religions, you know, our countries, our globe, our worlds, right? So we're all going to be coming together, and I think that we're getting it. And I think that certainly with the Venus energy, the values system side of it, you know, especially with her being retrograde, she's going to be quite stoic now, and it's okay not to walk through the gate with somebody that you're not meant to walk through, right? Or some philosophy or something that you followed. It's okay to leave it at the gate, you know. You know, I don't want to get all heavy with the Eastern stuff, but, you know, it's like we are all of us in a constant state of becoming, you know, every breath, everything, every experience, we're all growing. It's all about evolution. And I had a very interesting conversation with two lovely ladies that I ate Christmas lunch with. They are a generation on from me, but we did actually just pick up a little bit on the devolution of society. We were talking about it, and, you know, that's where we've been going, you know. You know, they've fed us lots of stuff, and we've all been seduced by this Plutonian desire, this Scorpio energy. You know, I've talked about it before: bigger house, bigger car, more sex, more kink, all of that. And it, you know, what's it done at the end of the day? You know, it's caused a lot of problems, and you know, excuse me, the Scorpio, the real dark side of Scorpio is something that we are dealing with at the minute. You know, these are entities. I see what's happening here. I personally see them as they're entities, and it's not good, right? But I'm telling you, with Neptune, I am absolutely convinced with Neptune now moving the right way, there's nowhere for them to hide. But it is not going to be an easy one. I think certainly the first 3.5 months are going to be quite heavy going. If you come to Spain now, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go. That came in, I think it was on Saturday, I think, Thursday, Friday of last week. So that's in play again. I heard today from a client that it's also now in play in the UK. You know, I don't go out very often, and the reason that I don't now, and I certainly won't be going out very often, is because I need to breathe. All right, I need to breathe because this is not good. But I feel that with certainly this Mercury energy that's going to be moving in, and this wonderful Jupiter in Pisces, I think it's going to give us an opportunity. I think at the end of the day, remember, Pisces is about universal love. It's about unity, certainly. It's about coming together, and as I said, come all you faithful, joyful, triumphant. That's my strap line. And we've got to come together, and forgive me if we have to leave someone at the gate, that, you know, we can always go back to it later on, but let's not be distressed by that. We have to keep going forward. We have to honour their belief as they honour ours, and we have to go with it. So I hope you had a good Christmas. I am going to be talking to you about the new moon coming up, but I am going to be doing a little spread for you as we're going into January, guys. All right, and I am also going to be talking to you about, there's a bit of a tough one coming with the nodal shift from this sort of information and sort of truth energies, the Gemini truth energies, working it all out. We're going to be then going into a very fixed Taurus energy, and the polarity is Scorpio. All right, so Scorpio, guys, Plutonian energy. So it's not going to be the easiest, but I do feel that we're going to win this. All right, we've got to come together. We've got to use this Pisces energy. Like I said, all ye faithful, Let's do it. We've got to come together, we've got to work it out, and we're going to dethrone them, right? And we've got to do it. We've got to do it soon as well, because we need to act, guys. They're way ahead of us. You know, they're always 2 steps ahead. We need to act now. We need to come together. We need to unify. All right, globally unify. All right, come together to stop them, because we're way behind here. They have all the money, they have all the power, they have all the control. And all we have to say is no. No. Tiny word. I say this to my clients all the time. Tiny, 2 letters. The hardest word to say is no. But we have to say it. And if we do that, we're all going to be free. Right? And I'm feeling that, I'm feeling really good about this, Jupiter, guys. So chin up. And by the way, talking about cups of tea, if you've not been able to remember where you've left something, your car keys or what you went into the kitchen for, that's been quite difficult. But I'm also hoping now that Neptune, again in a direct motion, is going to sort of move that up. And, it is about adjustment, it is about consciousness as well as all of that, sort of clicking it in from, nipping out of the 3 into the 5, and that can be, that can leave us with a bit of forgetfulness and brain fog, and you may find you don't want to eat as much. I certainly don't, and the only thing I need in my body is clean food. I don't like sauces and gravies anymore. I'm moving away from all of that. Anything that's strongly spiced, I'm moving away from it, and I'm seeing the change in my body. I just want raw. I've always preferred raw foods. I'll sit and eat a whole pepper or an onion. I'll sit and eat that, and I really enjoy it. You don't have to cook it for me, I'm fine. But again, I'm a Sagittarius moon, so again, let's go with that as well. Let's try and bring into the body. Let's do what's healthy for us. All right. So if you've had a binge at Christmas, I've got no doubt, Brit, you're going to have a major binge at New Year. I'm sad for you guys up in Scotland that you're not going to enjoy your hogmanay, which I know is majorly important for you. But yeah. We're going to come through this, so let's hang on, and I'll speak to you soon. God bless, and I'll speak to you before the end of the year. Thanks for listening. Thanks, guys. Bye now.